Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of FsPassengers. Alright, so we are in Clarksville, Tennessee, and today we're going to be flying up to where I live, actually right down the road to Ashland, Kentucky. Let's go ahead and do a flight here. Alright, I do have the parking brake on. Got our two passengers. Alright, load those guys up, and I think let's set our fuel a little higher than normal. Let's go like 63% on both. That's about 13% more than last time. Hopefully we don't run into any problems. We've been getting so lucky with our fuel. Actually, you know what? Let's take him up to 66 just to make sure. I think it's a little more than we really need, but just to make sure. Alright, let's crank up the baggage. Just about there. Alright, we got still got 210 pounds in. That's really good, I think. Set type, just a normal flight. And our destination is KDWU. Make sure I get that in here. There we go. Ashland, Boyd County.
Destination set.
All right, we'll go ahead and load these people up. Make sure we got our passengers. Alright, we do. Alright, move this thing over here. Alright, make sure they got their seatbelts on just to make sure. Alright, let's turn the battery on. Beacon, nav, and fuel pump. See if we can't get her started up. Alright, we'll turn that fuel pump off. Avionics on, and generator on. I'll go ahead and set this to... Can I not... Alright, so it is right... I was clicking the right button last time. That's why it keeps doing that. Oh, whoa. Go up to like 7,500. Put this at 700 feet a minute. Or let's see if this will reset the altimeter.
ADF.
That's so annoying. Sometimes it'll work, sometimes it won't. Alright. You see, I'm going to get docked points for that because there's no tower in Ashland to help us. Like, if they say something pressured, then I can hit it and it'll automatically do it, but I don't know how to do it. I don't know ATIS. I don't know what frequency you do. So I'm kind of confused exactly what I should do because they're going to dock us points. They did that last time. Check our lights. There's a taxi. Is this all on and all off? No, just the taxi. That's the landing. It's kind of weird because it's like it's changing, and the way the taxi and landing go off and on are two different ways. That's kind of odd. Alright. We're not going to talk to anyone at ATC. There's no tower here anyway. I guess we do have the weather.
Visibility greater than 20 miles. Sky condition clear below 12,000.
3005.
1 Celsius. Dew point 18 Celsius. Altimeter 3005.
So is that basically what it's at? Did it just automatically set itself or not? See, now I hit it and it doesn't say anything. Altimeter, all that crap. So weird. Alright, let's take a look outside. I don't know what runway we should take off on. I'm kind of thinking we just go right over here. Just pointed straight ahead. Is that 5? Can't see it all that well. Yeah, it should be runway 5. I'll go ahead and put that over to 5. See, I don't get the boxes anymore with DX10. I don't know why.
Kilo Charlie, Kilo Victor, traffic, X-ray, Juliet 700 is taxiing to runway
Alright,
5.
parking brake is off. Let's go ahead and taxi on over to the runway. Getting a little fast there. Taxi light is on. Landing light is off. Alright. Here we go. Now I can see. Got a little ahead of myself there. See if we can have a better flight. I did raise my camera up. Frickifer was saying that today. I know that does help a little bit. I don't want to be too high, but because it seems like a little unrealistic, but I think that is probably a good right there. I could actually probably zoom in a little bit as well, because I really can't see the instruments all that well from here. But the thing is, with the landings, this is like what, the 5th or 6th time I've used the pedals, so I don't have a good control over it right now. And that last landing was horrible. I kept on the throttle real late. I don't know why. It's just going from the joystick to this is just so insanely different. Any of you that go from a joystick, you know what I'm talking about. I mean, having to use my right hand on the throttle, like I'm used to it on my left with the joystick, and not only is it to the left, but it's right beside it. Like I have my joystick and a little thing connected to it. You can move it. It's actually detachable and everything, but I just always kept it attached and right to the left. So everything about it is so different. So to get the hang of it, it's going to take a while. And I don't practice it. I probably should, but I just don't. Whoa, whoa, whoa. A little hard there. So hopefully we'll try and nail this landing a little better. Alright. Go ahead and stop right here. See, like I feel like I'm up too high. Like look at the headrests. I think my head's way above them. We'll just say no one's coming. Flaps out. Let's trim this thing. Oh, wrong button. Now that button controls these too? Odd. Turn those back on real quick. I've got like multiple buttons controlling multiple things, and I don't know why. And apparently I can't hold the trim button anymore. Another odd thing. Alright, so the beacon's on, landing on, nav on, strobe on. That's all we need. Head on to the runway now. Bring up the GPS. Oh, nice. We're actually heading straight out now. Alright, let's go ahead, advance the throttles, let's get out of here. adjusted the sensitivity a little bit too. It seems like my controls aren't quite sensitive enough, especially with the yoke, the elevators, and everything. It just doesn't seem like as fluid as it should be and as sensitive as it should be. I think in FSX is the sensitivity is backwards or something, because I upped it and it's less sensitive than before. So I don't know. I could probably adjust also through FSU IPC, but that you can only do that with the slope, which seems a little more complicated. So I don't know, because the throttle sensitivity is clear to the right, because you would think that would be the further to the right, the more sensitive it would be. But it seems to be the exact opposite. Alright. We are rid. Alright, flaps are fully retracted. We're pitched up a little high. Get the nose down a little bit. Still can't get the pitch just right. Take a look outside real quick. I don't think there's going to be much to see. Clarksville, Tennessee. Everything kind of back there. Ain't much. Won't be a whole lot in Ashland either. Alright, we can go ahead and hit the autopilot. The nav, we've already got it switched over. Can handle the altitude as well. So yeah, about 250 or so miles is the entire trip. 3 hours, probably won't take exactly that long. Move my Ranger up to about 100 miles. Alright, we'll take the shakes off. Wrong one. There we go. So it'll be a little while though, so let's go ahead and speed it up. And we'll be back in just a bit.
Altimeter. ADF. Mike 02 Altimeter ADF. Altimeter ADF.
Alright, everybody, I just slowed it down a little bit. We lost 3% recently. It is slowly going down. I don't know why. I went down from 7,500 to 5,500, and it seems to have stopped it. But why would the passengers get mad that I'm at 7,500 feet instead of 5,500 or something like that? It doesn't make any sense. Let's see if we can... Here we go, Ashland, Boyd County. Select our runway, and our runway is going to be 10. First, let's get the weather. Let's slow this way down. Not way down, but normal. 3009. It looks like it changed it. It does look like it changed it for us. Is it 3009? Yeah, 3009, so I think we're good. Announce our full stop landing on runway 10. Knock those head movements off. Bring this down a little bit. We should probably switch over to our heading. Actually, heading should have been to the left a little bit. Alright, let's go down to 3,500. Alright, there we go, 3,500, and we'll speed it back up. Let's go to 4x. Let's make our heading a little bit more to the left. Now, there's no ILS or anything. This is a small airport, just one kind of short runway. It's not advanced or anything like that. Actually, let's stop at 4,000. I want to make sure we can easily see it coming in. We're only 17 miles out now. Alright, we should be good now for our position the way we're coming in. And that's it's gotta be because the altitude. I don't get it. Why would the passengers be like, hey, we're too high? Like, how would they know? I don't feel comfortable at 7,500 feet. I want to go down to 5,500. It was towards the end too, so I don't. Were they thinking like, hey, we're too high? Getting so close, we should be getting down. I don't know. I don't know. Doesn't make any sense to me. All right, we're 12 miles out. Slow down to 2x. This is cool that we can see the approach, but I'm almost sure that there's no ILS. It can't be. It's just too small of a runway. Select the approach. Go for 10. I'm not sure if I screwed that up or not, to be quite honest. Alright, let's step down to 3,500. And one kind of cool thing is this is literally on the river. Like, there's a little bend in the river, and that's where the actual runway is, right in this little bend. So the river's like at both ends of the runway. It's kind of cool. But it's like right next to the river. Let's bring our range down a little bit more. I'm not sure if that's it or not. Let's take her down to 3,000. Which is probably we're really a little too high right now. That might be it. Alright. Alright, we are at normal speed. That's gotta be it. I'm kinda surprised it's got lights though. Alright, get back on the throttle a little bit. Let this go to 1,000. 800's fine. Because we are too high. We need to bring our speed down so we can get our flaps out. Alright. By the way, this is really close to Huntington, Tri-State Airport KHTS, that we fly out of an air hauler and everything. Our original base.
Altimeter ADF.
They can't ding us on that anymore. Trying to get situated in this chair. Seems like we're a lot lower than 2,000 feet. We're on the glide slope. So pull the nose up a little bit, slow down so I can get my flaps out. Alright, one notch of flaps. I'm going to kill the autopilot. Come back in with a little more throttle now. But you can see how it's on that little bend of the river. Kind of cool. I know a couple people with planes out there. Knock that down even though we don't really need it. Are we? Yeah, we're off to the left a lot. I don't know why I was coming in like that. I just now was looking at the runway. I was like, wait a second. We are not lined up. But I live literally like miles away from there. Used to go by it all the time. Used to work in that right over by it. There's a huge railroad area right over by it. Used to work over with them. Alright, second notch of flaps now. We're a little high as you can see. Not a big problem. We're back on it. And high again. Alright, flaps are fully extended. Got down on the throttle just a little bit. Alright, a little back on it, get over to the right a little bit. Yeah, it's just the yoke is not quite as sensitive. Like I can turn it a good ways before it really wants to start turning. I don't like the sensitivity. Alright, we need to get down a little bit more though. There we are. Sorry if I'm being kind of quiet. I'm kind of trying to concentrate. Our landings have been so bad, it'd be nice to get a good one. Slow her down just a little bit. We're going kind of fast, to be quite honest. Came down kind of hard at the end. Oh, I haven't been talking to ATC anymore. Oh, we should have been on the brakes. I haven't been talking to ATC anymore. Just thought about that. Retract our flaps. I was concentrating so much on the landing that I forgot all about ATC. Are we really going to have to go all the way down here? Probably. It's not like they got a bunch of taxiways. Now that I think about it, there are not these big buildings there either. It's a rather small airport. I think they do have some jets there. There's a big company that used to be headquartered in Ashland. It's called Ashland Oil. And they used to keep jets here, actually. So you can get some bigger planes in. Not very big, but bigger than, you know, just these kind of small personal planes. Look at that turn. Yeah. The slower you go, the easier it is. Alright, let's just get off the runway. Enough right there. Even though I haven't been talking to anyone. Let's go down here. Taxi on. Landing off. Strobe off. I think we should go to the right, I'm thinking. So we'll go down there. Actually, no, let's just go straight ahead. There's a parking area right here. Just make it easier on ourselves. My rudder pedals are sliding on the floor. They're sliding out ahead of me. Need to get something to... some rubber strips or something for the bottom of those. Help keep them in place. They're on a big piece of plastic, one of those mats for your chairs. They're kind of on that, so they're kind of sliding as I keep hitting on them. Alright. Almost there. Alright. Parking brake is on. Turn our taxi light off. Turn the generator off. Avionics. Cut the fuel. Turn our lights off. Battery off. Magneto's off. Alright. Let them take their belts off. Let's go here and end this flight. Alright. Let's see. 250 nautical miles. Airborne, 2 hours 26 minutes. Flight time, 2:33. Time on the ground, just 11 minutes. Average speed, 102 knots. Climb time, 13.5 minutes. Cruise time, 2 hours 2 minutes. Average cruise speed, 105 knots. Descent time, 11:16. Landing speed, 49.97. Landing touchdown was well, it says KISS, but I thought it was a little hard because we kind of, with the sensitivity of the joystick, it was like we were kind of came down kind of hard at the last second. I couldn't do anything to prevent that. Landing pitch 5.29. Landing weight 2436. We used 112 pounds of fuel. Used 14 in the climb, 88 in the cruise. 43 pounds an hour. Take name com 325. That's pretty nice. Cargo 132. Used $111 in fuel. Airport taxes 2. Insurance 19. I think that changes. I don't know. Maybe it's because of the rate of how much we make or something. So real income 325 times the 50 is 16,250. That's pretty nice. Everything was good. They think we should be 97%. I still don't know why we got docked to 3. So we're up to 90.54, which is an increase of 0.65. And we got bonus points this time, unlike last time. Smooth landing 50, good flight, no problems 100, correct airport 30, long flight without using acceleration because we disabled that. Alright, so that flight is over. I do want to, after this is over, I'll probably go and see how much another aircraft is going to cost. I was thinking about, we can only do single engine. I bet we can't even come close to like a Caravan or anything. But I think I have some other planes. I'm kind of thinking, quite honestly, we won't be able to afford them. But I'm going to check it out after this is over. But that's going to be it for this episode, everybody. We're here in Ashland. And we'll head north next. I don't know, maybe up in West Virginia, somewhere else. Ohio, eastern Ohio, maybe southern Pennsylvania. I don't know. We'll have to see how far everything is. But I hope you all did enjoy this flight. And hey, look at the windows. I just thought about that. It's very odd. All right, that is the end of this episode. Hope you all liked it over there too. And I'll see you on the next flight.